Get ready because starting in 2025, the way artificial intelligence operates in California is about to get a major overhaul. There's a whole new rulebook for AI, and today we're going to break down exactly what it means for your job, your health, and your rights.
I mean, really think about that for a second. More and more, AI is involved in the big decisions that shape our lives. Did you get that job interview? Is that medical advice you just got accurate? Who is making sure the AI behind the scenes is actually playing fair?
You know, for years, AI development has felt a lot like the Wild West. It's this huge, exciting new frontier with just incredible potential, but almost no rules. Well, it looks like California is stepping in to be the new sheriff in town, laying down the law to bring some order to that frontier. At its heart, AI is supposed to be helpful, right? It's designed to spot patterns and make things more efficient. But here's the catch, the hidden danger. Without any oversight, the very systems that are designed to help can quietly and unintentionally build discrimination right into their code. And this brings us to a really crucial legal idea called disparate impact. So this is what happens when an AI, even when it's trying to be totally neutral, ends up discriminating anyway. It might not be programmed with any specific bias, but if it learns from biased human history, it can start penalizing certain groups of people without even trying. And that, right there, is a huge problem.
So, to wrangle this whole Wild West problem, California is rolling out a whole suite of new laws. And this isn't just one little rule, it's a complete framework. It's all designed to build accountability, transparency, and, most importantly, fairness into the world of AI.
And the scale of this thing is, well, it's massive. We are talking about 18 brand new AI-related laws all coming online. That number alone just shows you how seriously the state is taking this, and it kind of gives you a sense of how many parts of our lives AI is already touching.
So what's actually in this new rulebook? Well, let's meet the key players. You've got the Fair Employment and Housing Act, or FEHA, which is all about protecting you from bias at work. Then there's AB 3030, which makes sure you know if you're talking to a bot in a healthcare setting. SB 942 is tackling deepfakes by requiring watermarks. And the big one, the California Consumer Privacy Act, or CCPA, is getting a huge upgrade to protect your data from being misused by AI.
Okay, so how does this whole rulebook actually affect you? Let's start with your job. When you apply for a position these days, there's a good chance an AI is the first one to read your resume. The big question that California is now forcing companies to answer is, can that AI actually make a fair call? And this visual really spells out the stakes. On the left, you see what happens when an AI learns from old biased hiring data. It might start filtering out perfectly good candidates for all the wrong reasons. But on the right, that's the goal of these new laws. A properly audited, fair system that judges you only on your skills.
Now, to make sure this actually happens, the law demands proof. Employers now have to keep detailed records of the decisions their automated systems make for at least 4 years. This creates a paper trail which makes it possible to actually audit these systems and investigate if someone claims they were discriminated against.
And here's a crucial point. Companies can't just buy an AI tool from some other company and then wash their hands of the responsibility. The law is crystal clear on this. If the tool is biased, the employer using it is on the hook. You just can't outsource accountability anymore. Okay, let's shift gears from your job to your health. AI is absolutely revolutionizing medicine, but it's also kicking up new questions about transparency and privacy. How can you be sure you're getting clear, trustworthy information in this new age? Just imagine this for a second. You get a message from your doctor's office about a test result or maybe a new treatment plan. How would you know if that was actually written by your doctor or if it was generated by an AI? This is exactly the kind of scenario that a new law, AB 3030, is designed to address. The rule here is actually pretty simple. If generative AI is used to create a medical message for a patient, the patient has to be told. Plain and simple. Now, there is one major exception. If a licensed human, like a doctor or a nurse, personally reviews and signs off on the message before it goes out, then that disclosure isn't needed.
This all fits into a bigger idea of having two types of transparency. Manifest transparency is the stuff you see right up front. A watermark on a fake image or that disclosure notice we just talked about. But latent transparency is the stuff behind the scenes, the logs and the data that prove how and why an AI made a particular decision. And these new laws are demanding both.
And believe me, these rules have some serious teeth. Under the newly expanded California Consumer Privacy Act, misusing someone's personal data in an AI system can lead to some massive fines. We're talking up to $7,500 for every single intentional violation. That's a pretty powerful reason for companies to get this right.
So we have all these new rules, but who's actually going to enforce them? Well, a whole new role is popping up in this landscape, the AI auditor. And if we're sticking with our little metaphor, you can think of them as the new sheriffs patrolling the AI frontier.
An auditor's job is way more than just checking for bugs. They start with the basics, right? Is the system even legal? Then they go on a hunt for hidden bias. They verify transparency, checking both what the public sees and those internal audit trails. They make sure user privacy is protected under laws like the CCPA. And finally, they help establish clear lines of accountability so there's never a question about who's responsible when something goes wrong.
So why go through all this trouble? This quote really nails it. All of these laws, all these audits and regulations, they're all pointing toward one central goal: building public trust. The whole idea is that for AI to really truly benefit all of us, people have to feel confident that it's being used safely, fairly, and transparently. And that leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? California has built an impressive rulebook for the AI of today, but this technology is evolving faster than anyone can really predict. So the real challenge moving forward is this: as AI gets smarter and smarter, will our rules and our ethics be able to keep up?